Hi everyone, Cassius here, and today I'm going to go over a few tips for building a party in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. These are going to be for beginners, people who aren't really familiar with the game and the mechanics of it. So the first general tip that I would recommend for anyone building a party is animal companions are your friend. And I know that seems really silly because obviously they are, but they are some of the most useful things a class can have, any class, because they give an additional body on the field that can deal damage or tank damage, or even do some skill checks for you if you need to, just a few of them. But they are tremendously useful. And another one that's often overlooked use of them is they help with the carry weight of your party. In some of my games, my carry weight for a light load is over 10,000 pounds. And so I basically never go over it. So it's just something to consider. And also, there are a lot of classes that have uh, animal companions that you can use. So just again, go through them first. Barbarian, Mad Dogs. You want to be Barbarian? Go there, and you have an animal companion. Blood Rager, Blood Rider also gets an animal companion. Doesn't get to level 5 though, and it's only a horse. So just keep that in mind too. Cavalier, most of the Cavaliers get an animal companion. Beast Riders get a very wide range of animal companions you can choose from. So keep that in mind too. Cleric will also get an animal companion if you choose the animal domain. So they will get one there. Druids, most of the Druids will have an animal companion. Most of the Hunter classes will also get an animal companion as well. In fact, that's kind of their thing. That's what they're built around, really. The Inquisitor, the Sacred Huntsmaster, will get one naturally, but for the Inquisitor, if you choose an animal domain as well, then you will get one that way. So even if you don't go Sacred Huntmaster, you choose the domain, you'll get it there. A Monk, if you go with the Sohei, you will get a horse as an animal companion. Oracle can also get an animal companion as long as you choose the Nature Mystery. And then let me go ahead and pull that up real quick for you. Okay, so for an Oracle, to get an animal companion, you want to go with choose the Nature option here. And then under the Revelation, you go with Animal Companion. And you get to choose one of these three. So it's very limited, but you can still choose one of these three animal companions for yourself to use. This is also true for Darin in your party. If for his first mythic ability, you choose second mystery and you choose nature, then once he gets to I think it would probably level 7 at that point, Revelation, you choose Animal Companion, then he will get one naturally. So if you would like him to get an Animal Companion as part of your group, then this is the way to do it. Paladins can get an animal companion with their divine bond. Rangers can also get one the same way with their hunter's bond. And shamans can get one as well. The wildland shaman, you'll have to be a half orc for that, but they do get an animal companion. And the sorcerer, as long as you go with the Sylvan sorcerer, will get an animal companion too. So there's the whole gamut of classes: arcane, divine, fighter. Every single one of them will get an animal companion. Your playstyle will fit the animal companion, basically whatever you want to do, as long as you want to get one. I would recommend at least 2 animal companions in a party, just because it makes things so much easier. For the animal companion to choose, typically the best one would be either the dog or the wolf, because they get a free trip attempt on every bite attack that they do. So, and that's very good for crowd control. And most enemies in the game can be tripped. However, as of patch 1.4, I believe, any animal companion that can gore will also get a free trip attempt. I believe that would be boar and triceratops. I think they have a gore attack. So for the animal companion, once you hit level 4, you're going to get an ability score increase, just like every class. and you're going to want to choose intelligence for that one. It seems silly, but what that allows is that allows your animal companion to choose teamwork feats, which is important for various reasons, but mostly because they can help each other animal companion and also your normal party members. This is not true for certain classes, like say hunter or some of inquisitor that will get it, like the Sacred Hunts Master will get the teamwork feats, because these feats will apply to the animal companion. So they won't need to have the intelligence, because whatever teamwork feat the hunter takes or the inquisitor will take will already apply to the animal companion, so you can skip those. And with the talking about the teamwork feats, that will lead into my tip number 2 for party building. For basically all of your physically damaging characters, animal companion or regular, you'll want to have the outflank feat, because this will greatly help you. Because as it says here, anytime a flanking creature bonus attack roll goes from +2, which is it's normally +2, this will go to +4 instead, which that's a big bonus. But more than that, whenever anyone scores a critical hit, you get an additional attack of opportunity on them. That is very big, especially if you're going for larger crit weapons, like the Fauchard or the Scimitar, one of those that has big crit range, so you're going to be critting often. This is also useful for a bow, even though they only get a critical hit on a 20, or if they improve critical, 19 to 20. Because what they do is they get the critical hit, and anyone in threat range will get a free attack on the enemy. So it's a lot of extra attacks just because you have outflank on. This is one of the most useful feats to take in the entire game. So it's not very useful if you're a caster, like a sorcerer or something like that. Not as useful unless you're a melee sorcerer. But still, one of the best feats you can take. And on to my third and final tip for building a party is don't be afraid to take a 2-level dip or 1 or 2 level dip into Alchemist. Because this will get you the mutagen for 1 level dip. And what mutagen does is it gives you the +4 bonus to strength and +2 bonus to natural armor, which or dexterity or constitution, whichever you want. Constitution, not as much. But these two are exceptionally useful for if you're going for a dexterity build, or if you're going for a strength build, or if you're going for, is why I say a 2-level dip potentially, is this option. This, instead of getting the strength, dexterity, or constitution bonus, instead you'll get a intelligence, charisma, or wisdom bonus. So if you put 2 levels in the alchemist and you have a caster, then you can chug one of these and you'll get 10 or you get 20 minutes of +4 to your casting spell stat. So don't be afraid to put 2 levels into 1 or 2 levels into alchemist, depending on your class, to give yourself a bonus to whatever stat you're going to be using. In general, I would recommend something like Vivisectionist for the damage dealers, the physical damage dealers, because they get the sneak attack, and sneak attack is a big bonus to damage, potentially. Not to hit so much, but damage is very useful. For casters, you can go for Chirurgian. Sorry, I don't know if I'm saying that right. But you get the 2 levels in here, and you get the infused cure. So that way, some of the spells that you get as an alchemist will be available to be used on others, which normally alchemist spells can only be used on themselves. But this will be an automatic feat they get, so that way you can cast some spells on others, which is handy. Yeah, those are just some small party building tips that I have for this. If you'd like to hear more, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and I can go ahead and give you some more, provide some more tips. But anyway, that's all for today. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'd love to hear more from you. And until I do see you again, have a good one.